All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, we are live right here, right now with the one, the only, the legendary Point Blank of the South Park Coalition. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, how you doing, DJ Immortal? What's good with it?
I,
Outlaw Radio, what's up out there?
I gotta say, man, I've been looking forward to this interview for quite some time, man. I grew up on the SPC, man, so being able to interview just a small portion of you guys, man, is an absolute honor.
My honor to be here as well.
But I have to ask you point blank, like taking you back to the beginning, man, like what actually inspired you to get into the music industry initially?
Initially, you talking about a kid from the west side of Chicago that's listening to Houdini, Ice-T, NWA, Run DMC, Crush Groove, and that kind of draw me in.
And I gotta say, man, Houdini is a phenomenal duo, man. I gotta say, rest in peace as well, man. We lost one of the members recently.
Yeah, rest in peace already, real talk.
And also, your first professional appearances were actually on two songs on the album Terror Strikes by the Terrorists. I was wondering, how did you get connected with the Terrorists, and what was it like working on that album with them?
Well, I hooked up with Dopey. We were moving in the same apartment. We was both getting our leases at the same time. So me and Dopey ended up getting real close. That's really how I got in the South Park Coalition, through Dopey. So I was around them all the time. Gangsta Nip and Dopey, I was with them when they signed their Rap-A-Lot contract. So I was around a lot of the creating of that record, and them the songs I end up on, Dead Bodies.
And I have to ask as well, pertaining to the Terrorists, are you guys still doing currently work now, or was that just something you guys did back in the past?
It's SPC for life, man. We all work together. We all rap on each other's albums. I still call it Dope for tracks, and we still doing. We just did the Slip Into a Coma video, you know what I mean? And Dopey was in there, so we all still collabing, working.
And I gotta ask as well, is that video actually currently out right now? And if so, like, where can our listeners actually check that out?
Oh, man, you can go to OG Point Blank TV, subscribe to my YouTube channel, but it's all over YouTube. Slipped Into a Coma, man. It's live. You ain't saw the video yet?
I haven't had the opportunity yet, no, but I'm gonna be checking it out here shortly.
Yeah, check it out, homie. It's dope.
And also, as well, you actually formed the group The Reckless Clan, which I'm going to be having yourself and the two other members on tomorrow evening as well. But if you can, what's the story behind the Reckless Clan? And, of course, how did you meet the other members?
Yeah, shout out to my brothers, The Reckless Clan, PSK 13, and Ice Lord, and rest in peace to my brother 38. I actually met PSK. I was in the office, and PSK called up to the office asking about getting a record deal. I told him, hey, it's a million rappers trying to get a record deal, but if you think you dope, they gotta sign you. So shit, he ended up coming up there, and he's been on the road with me ever since. But Ice Lord, he came from New Orleans. We met Ice Lord, he sent the demo tape down, we fell in love with it. When he came to Houston, he ended up staying with me. We've been brothers ever since, and that's going on 2 or 3 decades, so that's history.
And also, man, you actually formed the record label Reckless Entertainment. I was wondering, what's the story behind that record label? And of course, who do you currently have signed to that label today?
Yeah, one of the hottest underground groups still standing in the H, and I got the Reckless Clan album called Hate Is the New Love. Y'all definitely got to pick that up. It's like hot shit, like real talk. When the music speak for itself, but get that Hate Is the New Love by Reckless Clan. I drop all my records, like No Money, No Reason, Being a Real Nigga is a 9 to 5, my personal school tape that was done by DJ Screw, rest in peace, the 999 limited edition. I got CJ the Gov, which we just dropped a single on him featuring myself and Mo 3. Long live Mo 3, rest in peace to Mo 3. And we work, and I dropped my artist album named Two Trio. It was called Behind Bars. It's available. Everything I'm saying available on all digital platforms. And you know, I dropped the DJ School Sentimental Value record, the DJ School As the World Turns Slow record. I mean, these records been out over a decade. So, you know, Reckless Entertainment been in the paint.
And also, back in 1992, you actually released one of my favorite records by you, which is actually titled Prone to Bad Dreams. I was always wondering, what's the inspiration behind the name of the album, man? Because I gotta say, that's just such a strong, powerful name just for an album.
Prone to Bad Dreams, so I sleep in a straitjacket, you know. Sometimes you have bad dreams and then you live them out, you know what I mean? When you bring your bad dreams to life, you know, that's kind of what that album is representing, Prone to Bad Dreams. If you notice the album cover, that's me standing over me with the gun to my own head, sitting in the chair and standing up, both of them is me and no photos.
And I gotta say, you know, back in the day, not a lot of people were really doing such powerful album covers like that, like they were. But that one right there is just people could take that album cover in any way. They could take it as a positive, or they could take it as a controversial negative.
True that, but you know what? 20 years later and way after the fact, there's been a lot of people putting themselves against themselves on the album covers like it was new. You know what I mean?
But I gotta say, you know, you guys have been doing your thing for many, many years, and you know, one thing I noticed, you guys are always prone to do stuff like that. But it's actually good to do stuff like that as well, because it catches a public eye a lot more than just a normal bland cover.
Yeah, no doubt. But you know, that was back in '92, man. You know, young Blankston. So I was just going with the flow. You know, being creative in my own way, trying to be different.
And one thing as well that I noticed on your Instagram is that you have a picture of yourself holding an actual plaque award for one of the pioneers of Houston music culture. I was wondering, how does it feel just being able to get out an award like that and just being recognized for what you did for the hip hop?
Man, it's humbling, you know, especially when you shot because I didn't even know I was gonna get it. You know what I mean? I was just supporting my brother Ronnie Spencer, because he was doing the concert that night, A Night to Remember. There was a lot of legends on the roster, and I was there showing my love and support. So it just caught me completely off guard, and I really appreciate it. It felt good, and it feels good. You know, we've been putting in work a long time, so yeah, of course it feels good to get acknowledged, you know, for something you've been doing for so long.
And also as well, I actually noticed that aside from being a hip-hop artist, I actually noticed that you are a manager over at Money Fam Records. I was wondering, what made you decide to get into the manager side of things within the music industry?
I mean, that all came hand in hand with me doing Reckless Entertainment, because Reckless Entertainment, I was the only artist, and Reckless claimed, and I was my own manager. I became my own manager, so it's what I was already doing. You know, it's Money Fam business, that's the management, but, you know, I mean, I still manage groups. I still develop artists, you know what I mean? You know, and it's just what I do, man. It's what I love to do.
And also, recently as well, I noticed that you are pressing up vinyls for your album, Mad at the World. I was wondering, how can our listeners go about snagging themselves a vinyl? And of course, is the free autograph poster still in the mix with that offer?
Already, they're in the mix as long as that vinyl selling. I mean, you go to ogpointblank.com, that's my website, ogpointblank.com, and to hit that vinyl, free autograph posters for every person that gets the vinyl. So there's no limit on the poster. If you get the vinyl, you're going to get the poster. immediately.
And you know what? It sounds like a pretty darn good offer, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you snag yourself a vinyl and get the one and only Point Blank's autograph today. Either you get it, or when they all go away, you most definitely will regret it.
Already, and I got CDs, like my whole catalog is on that website. Merchandise, snapbacks, hats, hoodies, shirts, masks, towels, videos. I mean, the site dope, man. Y'all go check the site out, you know, and support that. I'm actually doing a special right now on the three DJ Screw titles Records Entertainment release. Like if you buy Sentimental Value and you buy As the World Turns Slow, you will get my personal screw tape with it free. So you get all 3 CDs for the price of 2.
And that actually sounds like a really good deal as well, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you head on over and snag some records. But when we're on the topic of records and whatnot, when I actually interviewed Murder One the other day, he was talking about a SPC record with all the original members in it. I was wondering, can you tell us a little bit more about that record, and what can our listeners expect from that when it does drop to the general public?
I could just tell you that it's coming soon, and it's going to be something great. You know, something long overdue, and it's going to be something great, and it's going to be fun. You know what I mean? It's going to be dope, and it's going to be fun. Probably the biggest release any of us ever put out. So be on the lookout for it. And that's all I can tell you about it. And pass that along.
And I gotta say as well, the one thing I loved about South Park Coalition, you know what I mean, throughout the years, was you guys always kept it 100. You guys never went into the whole new school sound. You guys always kept that real, rugged, raw hip-hop alive, man. So I could only imagine what this new SPC record is actually going to be like.
Yeah, man, that's our style. That always been our style. So when the future come and they doing different styles, you know, salute them and much success to them. But we not finna start sounding like them. You know what I mean? So that's one thing about the SPC. We all got our own styles. We all true to what we do, and we all spitting the real. So as long as you spitting the real, you know what I mean, you can't lose.
And also, the one thing I gotta ask you there, Point Blank, what is next for you? Is there anything I actually missed during this interview? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote while we still have you here live on the Canadian airwaves?
Yeah, of course. I had 2 songs in a movie called 999. The song After I Die and the song Reckless that was screwed and shot by my brother DJ Screw, rest in peace. That movie just hit Netflix, so if y'all haven't saw 999, y'all go run them numbers up on Netflix, man. It's a real dope movie. It's starring Anthony Mackie, Kate Winslet, Casey Affleck, you know what I mean? Director Jar Hillcoat, you know what I mean? It's a real dope movie. I got 2 songs in that movie, so y'all make sure y'all go check it out. Download it. Download that my personal screw tape. That's the 999 limited edition. So y'all go fuck with that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Point Blank. I actually watched that movie a few times, and I did not notice that before, that you were actually that your music was actually in that. That's actually extraordinary.
For real, you saw the movie already?
Oh yeah, because I think it came out around 2016, and my wife, man, she's a huge Norman Reedus fan. So anything with Norman Reedus in it, it's literally like it has to be watched.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, if you remember the movie, my song played when they had them heads on the truck, and they was chasing the dope dealer in that place, and he had his baby in there, and they end up killing him. Do you remember that part?
I remember that part, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it actually slipped my mind, because, like, I pay attention to music in the movies, but I didn't recognize it until you just said it.
Yeah, that's my music playing through that whole scene, and that's one of the dopest scenes in the movie, and I ain't saying that just because my song in it. And the other part was After I Die. Where they play After I Die at? Somebody got killed up in there. Man. Oh yeah, when the detective went over there talking with the essays, you know, they was playing After I Die during that too. So don't check it out again, and this time keep your ears open. Let me know.
Hey, most definitely. I have to say as well, like, well, but before we move off that topic quickly, how did they get in contact with you? Did they like use your music, or did they actually reach out to you and have you make the music specifically for the movie?
Nah, they reached out to me and they wanted the classes. They wanted my music that Screw had touched. So, you know, they was going through every song that Screw did of me, and them the ones they picked. It was gonna be 3 songs at first, but they only picked those 2. But they reached out to me, man, actually in the email. That's why you gotta take care of your business. It was in my junk mail at that. You gotta take every email serious. You know, you're doing business every day, you're gonna see things like that. But I ran across the email, I started communicating with them, and I was talking with the music supervisor. Shout out to Tracy, and it went on. It went on for some months. It ain't nothing that happened quick, but everything happened. And then my lawyer flew out to Cali for the movie premiere, and shit, the rest is history.
But point blank, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. But of course, as well, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay updated on everything point blank if they're not already doing so.
Already, my Instagram is OG Point Blank the Bull. My Facebook is OG Point Blank. Um, My Twitter is at Point Blank 713. My website, ogpointblank.com.
And I gotta say, point blank, it was an honor to have you on, and I'm looking forward to having yourself and the rest of the Reckless Clan on tomorrow evening as well. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's gonna be real dope, man. And I just want to shout out a couple of hard-working, up-and-coming artists. You know what I mean, like G Fats and Mr. Avery. Avery is a singer, R&B singer. CJ the Gov for putting in the good work, and be on the lookout for his new album called The Campaign. You know, CJ the Gov gonna be coming real hard, man. We got the single with Mo3. He got a single with Zero, myself, K Reno, Big Pokey. I mean, CJ album gonna be jamming, man. Y'all make sure y'all be looking out for him. It's called The Campaign. And I got a pressing company. It's called Get Pressed Up. So if you want to get your CDs pressed up or whatever, y'all hit me up at getpressedup@gmail.com. That's if you want to get some CDs do all that.
Most definitely. I gotta say, point blank, thank you so much again, and most definitely have yourself a wonderful night, and we shall talk again tomorrow evening.
All right, I appreciate it, man. WKSDC in the building, Outlaw Radio, and I appreciate you, DJ Immortal. I mean, this conversation could go on and on, man, but it's a pleasure to be here, and I'll be right back at y'all tomorrow with the Records Clan, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much, OG, and we shall talk tomorrow evening.
All right, no doubt. Thank you.